do, after we clean the implant thoroughly, we just rub it on the implant for a minute. Then we soak the implant with it. Then when we're done, we take all the gauze out, and I'll take my laser now, and I'll go back all over everything. I'll go over the implant surface a couple times. I'll go into the soft tissue, I'll go into the bone. I want all the titanium out of there. Okay, all in the soft tissue. Get it all clean, okay? So, then after that, we'll use the Nd:YAG. Okay, so a couple things about how safe how safe a laser is. So all our uncoveries are done with erbium. So this lady lost the heating cap, okay? So I'm gonna open it up and put a heating cap in, and you'll see how nice this is. So this is about the same settings as you have there. It's at 30 hertz, it's at SSP mode, and anywhere from 50 to 75 millijoules, okay? And what you do is you're trying to find where the heating cap is, where the heating cap was, I should say. So we'll go in there and we'll start kind of cutting away. Now you'll see me start to form. There's your implant, you can see it now. And you just go slowly. Now, what I want you to notice is how much bleeding's there, okay? So that's one of the nice things. If this was the straight handpiece, it'd be a lot easier, but I didn't have the straight handpiece. I think it was in the autoclave. So I'm using a contract. A little bit clumsy, but that's it. It still works. Okay. And I don't make money on handpieces, trust me. I don't get money for anything. Okay, so now you can see now how how the tissue reforms really nicely. Okay. And we keep on going until it's perfect. And then you put the heating cap on. And that's what it looks like that day. See how beautiful that is? That's why you use erbium to uncover implants. Okay. Don't use your Nd:YAG. Please don't use your diode or electrosurge. Okay, you have an erbium laser, use it. Okay, one more uncovery. This is, you can see 30 hertz, 1.8 to 3 millijoules. Should be that should be watts. So it should be about 60 to 100 millijoules. Okay, so this is, you can see, so when I do locators, I will put the implants in. I'll put temporary implants in so the denture doesn't hit the permanent implants. Then these come out. These come out. And that's just as a buffer. I've had problems with the denture hitting the implants. So all I'm doing is trimming the tissue around there. And it's gonna come off real easy, and then the implant's uncovered. Now, am I concerned about the erbium hitting the metal? Absolutely not. So it's not gonna heat the metal, because you're gonna use the same thing to clean implants. But you could actually go, this is the tapered sapphire. So I'm going in there and just trimming the tissue, and in a minute, it shows you how easy this is, just to uncover an implant. And you could actually just feel the heating cap and just go right in and around it. There you go, uncovered. Now, that was an easy one. The next one's not so easy. The next one, I'm going to go down to the lower. I'm not going to do this one. This is the same thing as you just saw. Basically, it's just finding the heating cap and uncovering one. I'm going to go to the other side, and that's, you can see me uncover that one. All done. Okay? So that's that side. Now we go to the other side. Now I have a problem over here. And the problem is if I uncover this, I'm going to cut off all the attached tissue, okay? So I'm going to go halfway. And then we're going to take the laser underneath to release it and push the tissue lingually. So we keep that attached tissue. So there I am trimming the buccal. And we'll go about halfway, and we don't want to cut all that attached tissue away. Now you could use any tip you want. You don't need to use a tapered sapphire, but to me that was just easy to do. You use a chisel tip if you want. You use variant tip if you want, doesn't make a difference. Okay, so now I got a good chunk of it. Now I can open it up a little bit more, and then I'm gonna take my laser sideways. Now when you do that, you gotta be careful because you can put a hole right through the other end and it's cut off all the tissue. That's an issue. Okay. So here, I'm gonna take my laser and go sideways and just under my arm. It's right on the heating cap. Okay. I'm going, being very careful. Then I'm going to take my periosteal elevator. You don't want to use that tip to do that. You're just going to push the tissue over. That's all you got to do. See how nice that is? And you got all the attached tissue on the lingual. And that's what it looks like. Okay, all intact. And then we go to the next one. Now this one I have plenty of attached tissue. It's not a big deal because I have all of this here. So this I find, when I first bought a laser, this excited me because it took me a lot of time to trim all this tissue away. Sometimes it would take you 8-10 blades. The tissue was real fibrous. So when I first got a laser, I was like, wow, this is really cool. Took the laser out. And this was before I was really trained. And I really didn't know what I was doing. And after like 20 minutes, I looked at my assistant, I go, give me a blade. Okay, so you can see how nice that is there. Okay. So when we're done, there's your uncovering. Okay. So when we're done, that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Okay. And that's 2 weeks later. So you can get started. Okay, so let's talk about peri-implant cases, and then I'm going to go over a couple of these cases. We'll take a break, and then we'll do a little bit on soft tissue. Okay, then we'll call it a day. Okay. Okay, and then tomorrow it's kind of a fun day. It's kind of the cool cases that you can have fun with.